Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Group Chat.
Yes.
Here we are. We got a hot episode as per usual. We got a lot to talk about, and then we're going to end with an interview from a founder who has had two exits.
And, you know, he wanted to focus his time on some solitaire time.
There you go. That's what a lot of people do once they, make a lot of money and sort of retire. He's doing it too. He's just building a business around it.
Yes.
And he's also still very young.
Yes.
Then we're going to talk about the Grammys, a little bit of feedback, what it looked like. What were the ratings? I'm very curious. We're having a little bit of issues, some little hiccups, I would say, with the COVID vaccine rollout. Definitely worth talking about. We're going to talk about retail sales. Wouldn't be Group Chat if we didn't do a quick check-in on Mr. Elon Musk.
Nope.
We're going to talk about what's going on in the retail investment space. And we actually took a deep dive onto how and why Pete isn't more successful. Like, we found his passion. He started spouting out numbers and facts.
I mean, I literally felt like I was with the chemist.
Literally. It felt like and reading over a new S1 about an IPO that's coming.
35%, 23%.
And he was yelling at us.
Yelling.
Passion.
And really, kind of took over the pod here for a second, which I don't think we really liked. Dee had to actually kind of...
Literally tell him to shut up.
Yeah, so...
I felt like I was on it over here.
We're going to learn. But I think that we might be onto something about how we could educate the youth of the country. And then last but not least, we're going to end with, Joe... President Biden is looking like he's going to be maybe implementing some of these tax things.
Anand is relocating.
It looks like Anand
Pete might
will
be too.
looking, if we have any
you need a guy.
realtors in Costa Rica or any island destination, send on over your some listings because Anand's looking. And Pete, you have an announcement?
Yes. Have you guys made your picks yet?
No, not yet.
Well, get over.
LeBron James.
No, this is college basketball. Hoosiers. There you go. I don't even think they're in the tournament this year. But we're giving away a $500 gift card to the first place winner of our March Madness Bracket Challenge.
Roll Tide.
Yes,
Closer?
they're in. Yeah,
Closer?
they're like a
Okay.
2-seed. That's really good.
Okay.
You're getting there.
Thank you.
But make sure you go make your picks. Thursday afternoon is when the first game happens. So if you don't get them in and picked for Thursday, you can't be entered in the chance to win $500 gift card, $100 gift card for second place. And through 5th, we're going to do a group chat care pack.
I mean, you could almost clear $2,000 this month.
Yeah.
How do you sign up?
Yes, you're going to go over to the ESPN Tournament Challenge app. You can just search Group Chat Podcast. And we'll come up right there.
Look at us all technologically friendly.
Yes. Or you can just go right to our stories and we're going to have them swipe ups there too.
Okay, well, collect that stimmy, collect $500 from us. You're going to have an amazing March and then get out there and shop.
Yeah.
Or buy some Cardano.
I don't know. Do what you want.
Do whatever you want. Buy some Tristano if you want. Okay, let's get into it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Group Chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Welcome back.
You want to know what? I want to give a really big shout out to start out this episode.
Wow.
To our guy, Nazir.
Wow.
I mean, big day.
Big day.
Huge day.
Finally, after all these years, all these hits, all these classic albums, our boy got a Grammy.
I mean, it's pretty insane that he had to wait like
28 years.
nearly 30 years to win a Grammy. I mean, he's put out incredible albums throughout this entire time. He's been on some of the most insane songs of all times. Not like rap record of the year. Like where have you been, Grammys?
And also, let's start with his first album that he recorded when he was 17 and may have released when he was 18 or 19.
Yeah.
That's undeniable in rap history as a top 5 album.
Yeah. I hate that the Grammys matter to people.
I think
because I don't think it's like I would love it if I thought that the judging system was in some way like honorable.
I think artists care. It's the same thing with the Oscars. For sure, artists care.
They really care.
They go out of their way to make a comment if they don't get it. Like The Weeknd said, I'm not going to the Grammys. I don't care. You do care. That's why you're snubbing them. Then you're making a statement that you're snubbing them.
Yeah,
So-
and all the people that won, are thrilled. Like Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Like she cares.
She said, she even said, I care.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa cared.
Yeah, everyone cares. And I think in the music business, you still care. Same way in the movie business, you care about Oscars or the Golden Globes.
You know who doesn't care?
Who?
Blue Ivy.
Right now, when she drops an album, she'll care.
I don't think she got one though. She won a Grammy.
Oh, yeah, she did.
You know what I'm
Won a
saying? She's
Grammy,
probably
she's
like,
credited.
Yeah, she's already won one. That's why.
Put
she
that with
doesn't care.
yours.
She got one before Nas.
Oh my God.
Imagine going into a room and it's like doll, Grammy, doll. No, Grammy, doll. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, I think, I think it matters for artists. And by the way, Nas' album was incredible. King's Disease. So he won for Best Rap Album. The other thing that I found very insulting, why is the Best Rap Album the most important genre of music announced at like 1 p.m.?
That was very offensive.
What they do? They announce it like during the day?
Yes.
Like before the Grammy?
Yeah, like before the awards. Earlier this evening, we recorded.
Best rap album?
Best
Yes.
rap album.
That's like
That's as tone deaf as you get.
That's why I fucking think the Grammys are stupid.
yeah.
There should just be a new award show. Why is
Can
nobody
we
putting
look at
together
the
a new award show?
Billboard, Top 100, the top 3 songs are rap.
Yeah. Always.
That's wild. That's why I think it's so stupid. I can't believe nobody's reinvented the award show.
I watched the Grammys and I watched
And
Well,
congrats
you were the
to,
one of the only ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
congrats to Anthony Dubrow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because he's very instrumental, obviously, in Nas's career. And obviously, Nas put out the art, but Anthony is like co-pilot.
Yeah,
What I
he's
love is
best.
Anthony wrote like, I love working with my brothers, some about Wonder Co. and Neil's fund teaming
Yeah.
up, and then like the next day you win a Grammy for Nas.
Yeah.
He has such a diverse
Yeah. It's really cool
list
because
of projects.
yeah, I mean, I was actually thinking that too. Like, how many people have like that much of a perspective, like so embedded in entertainment and music and all that stuff. And then on the other side, he's investing out of a very large fund and
Jeffrey
And
Katzenberg.
interacting with like the highest levels of people in that industry.
Yeah. It's pretty fascinating.
I just don't get how he like switches the persona. Like one Zoom is like
I know.
rap.
Wonder if he ever messes
cussing out
up.
a producer.
Wonder if he ever mistakes the wrong
yeah, and
Zoom.
he's
then
like
it's
talking
like-
to like an LP at a pen. Like, look, motherfucker, this is what's going down. You write this fucking check or not?
Excuse me, Anthony? My bad.
Oh shit! I thought it was Universal
Honestly,
Music.
I thought it was Steve Stout.
Honestly, he called me yesterday, and the way he talked to a potential LP was the way you would talk to a producer. He verbatim told me what he told the LP, and the LP got scared.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why it works.
he brought
He's like
rap
Suge Knight to them. They're
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
He brought Suge Knight to finance.
Yeah. Oh my God. But ratings,
yeah.
not very good.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's no surprise that Grammy ratings are down. Everything that's on television, with the exception of the Harry Meghan interview, is down. There's nothing. Super Bowl was down. Super Bowl was down.
Yeah.
And it was blockbuster Super Bowl.
I just think in this day and age, if your ratings are down that dramatically, you're just not doing a good job. Like
Yeah,
you're just not with the time.
I agree. And I think, because I was thinking about, like, what could the Grammys have done? You know what they should have had? They should have had Meghan Markle host the fucking thing.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
If she had
That'd be
hosted it,
blockbuster.
it would have been 50 million viewers.
Yes.
Record ratings.
But don't you think those are Band-Aids? So I agree if Meghan Markle had hosted, because she's the most like talked about person right now.
But
that's a Band-Aid to a flawed show.
No. I disagree. I'll tell you why. Is we have a very low attention span. We want the shiny object. As long as every year you get us the shiny object, we'll pay attention. Right? Like, because look, if Grammys ratings were up this year, we'd be like, wow, that's amazing. CBS definitely sucked a bunch of money out of people for ads.
Yeah, of course. So I think there's two things going on. You have the reason why the show still exists is because you have dumb advertisers still thinking it's important to advertise.
Yeah.
So
Everyone's just tricking each other.
they're gonna make a ton of money because they're gonna scam these advertisers, these Fortune 500 marketing managers that have no idea how to spend their budget. Like, great, I need to spend 10 million. Here's 2 to the Grammys.
Yeah, totally.
Right? That's how this goes down.
Clorox.
But
we will clean up your mess.
give me and then
Great tagline.
the second part, which I think is going to be a struggle for everyone, is the competition for attention
Yeah.
has never been higher.
Yep.
So if you look at, people are Zooming their friends and having like Zoom like dinners.
Yeah.
People are on Roblox. People are on TikTok. People are on Instagram. People are on Snapchat.
Yeah.
People are on
People are
Facebook.
playing fucking solitaire.
People are playing
As we'll learn about at the end of this episode.
people are playing solitaire. So it's only going to go down for this traditional media.
Yeah.
Because all these other new platforms are stealing a little. Even if you take 10% of every 25-year-old that's now on Snapchat and TikTok, they're not watching the Grammys.
Yeah.
Or do the Grammys on TikTok.
I mean, Charlie D'Amelio probably could have announced all the winners on YouTube and it would have got more views.
No, but from a viewer standpoint, I agree. Had they just done a clever way, do it on TikTok, do 5 categories on TikTok, 5 categories on Instagram, 5 categories on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Brilliant, but you won't get the money.
No, there's no money.
Because you can scam the Clorox middle marketing manager to scam them out of $10 million.
Yeah, you give the Clorox Mike two tickets. She's standing there in the back. She gets a picture of Megan Thee Stallion.
Or she gets to see Taylor Swift in her floral mask and take the picture.
Yeah, that's a blast. Money well spent.
Yes.
Yeah, so here's my question. So at a certain point that has to flip, like the viewers have to get so low that eventually it registers that the money's not worth it, and eventually it implodes, right? Because the Grammys aren't worth it to spend the money to put on. Is that like a very slow, long?
It's a slow death.
Like are the Grammys on for 10 more years?
The Grammys will easily be on for 10 more years.
On TV, same
that
business
Clorox
model.
marketing manager's good for
Let's say the
decades.
Clorox marketing manager is 55.
She met Taylor last night.
You know, she's cruising till 75.
Yeah.
Till she retires.
Yeah, you're right.
So 20 more years of doling out budget to the Grammys.
Just for that fucking ticket.
That
for the
selfie.
2 tickets.
And you get like the corporate Grammy party, not the cool one that probably Jay-Z hosted last night.
Jason Derulo goes to that one.
You get a picture
Wait,
with
didn't
him.
you go to some fancy Grammy party last year? Was that Grammys? The Rock Nation?
Yeah, was that the Rock? I think that was the Rock Nation party.
And then you did something afterwards.
What did I do?
At what's the fancy hotel?
Chateau.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the one I was thinking of.
Was that
there
Oscars?
I don't remember.
Too many parties. Too many
Too many celebrities. I feel like that last year just made that time feel 10 years ago. Like I don't remember like BC, life before Corona. Yeah, I don't know, but yes, I think so. There's a lot of those things that used to happen. I think that's also part of what like legitimizes it. Is it's a reason for all these big people to be in the same city. They all hang out at their other parties and stuff like that. Which you guys are part of that crew.
Yeah, we went to a little something.
We got to be a little cryptic.
Yeah.
We went to a little small dinner last night at
A small venue.
small restaurant, you know, a nice place
Yeah.
for
Lot
some
of
guys.
Guys, yeah.
If you'd like to know all the details, you can DM me at your boy Pete.
And, you know,
Or
it
release
was
everything.
celebrating a certain Grammy winner, unnamed.
That might or might not have been long overdue.
You know, could have been Taylor Swift.
Could have been.
could have
Could have been Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Could have been
unclear.
Dua Lipa.
Could have been Dua Lipa.
How was it? So I mean, this is like you guys are back.
I mean, I'm fully back. I'll tell you this. There was a moment, it was sitting down, eating a slice of pizza, drinking tequila, and just hearing rap music.
Live.
Yeah.
Well, that just narrowed it down. But it wasn't Taylor Swift or Dua Lipa.
Why Taylor listens to rap? You know when the rappers are performing,
Yeah.
she knows the words.
I didn't say they were performing it. I just said it was
I
live
didn't say
coming out of
there
speakers.
was music coming out of the speakers.
Yeah. So did it just feel like did it feel like you like didn't eat sugar for a month and then you had like
I
ice
felt
cream
like
cookies?
I
it's just
personally,
like, oh my God.
IPO'd.
Yeah.
The explosion that we are on the heels of is going to be nothing like we've never experienced.
Yeah.
So now I've had 2 experiences in the last 4 days.
Yeah.
I did the Saturday night H-Wood Santa Lena experience. Incredible.
Yeah.
This small cryptic dinner that we went to last night.
Crypto
Incredible.
dinner.
Yeah, we didn't do
A small crypto
It was a
dinner.
crypto dinner. That's what
You need a crypto wallet for that?
It's people are just ready to get after it. It's all ages. It doesn't even matter what your background is.
Yeah.
Everyone is itching. It's going to be so fun
Yeah.
in the next kind of 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that lasts, but I'm telling you, there's a run about to happen.
This might be the best summer of our lives.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with that.
All right. Well, there we go. There it is. I don't, I wish these things would be reinvented, but I don't think it's going to happen for a long time. And since it does still matter, congrats to all the winners.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we got some kind of like sketchy news here.
Yeah.
So these vaccines are rolling out. Everything's good. Real optimistic. Things are opening back up. Rap music is live coming out of speakers again. But
Not in Germany, France, and Italy.
not in Germany, France, and Italy, and not over at the AstraZeneca headquarters. So we got Pfizer and Moderna first, over here. Johnson & Johnson rolled out. AstraZeneca was also in the mix. They started rolling out. They have now, in at least Germany, France, and Italy, been suspended, and people are pumping the brakes because there's blood clot issues.
Yeah.
Is it sketchy, or is this like just sort
Well,
of
it doesn't
overblown?
even matter now if it's sketchy or not, because Germany, France, and Italy have paused the usage of the AstraZeneca vaccine due to blood clots. And the problem with that is it's the message that it sends. So imagine you're at line at, what's the German CVS?
Not even going to take a stab at that.
Okay, so whatever the German CVS is, you're in line. They're like, okay, here we have the line for the AstraZeneca vaccine. Who wants it?
Yep.
No one's going to fucking get it now.
No.
It's just, you scared the shit out of people.
And I think it's going to affect the other ones too.
Well,
A little bit. Like I think there's, what if you get a 1% bump in people that are scared of the vaccine now?
yeah, I mean, I think in Europe, I'm sure the fear level has gotten really high because the fact that you pause the usage of it, like imagine, take the scenario in America. Tonight, Biden comes out and says, we're pausing everyone who took the Moderna vaccine. Fuck!
Because this is what everyone's scared of.
Yes.
I would say the biggest fear, other than getting chipped by Bill Gates, is that the speedy testing didn't get a chance to iron these things out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a problem.
But I'm curious if you compare, like, I don't know, is this one of those things that if you compared it to like the flu vaccine, or you compared it to vaccines that we do accept that these
I
numbers...
think Anand had some data on that, right?
Yeah, so I think this is a problem with the media
Yeah.
because now that there's no Trump that kept everyone watching 24 hours a day. So if you look at cable news, falling off a cliff, post-Trump, post him being deplatformed, across the board, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, they have nothing to really talk about that engages viewers. So now the only thing left that can scare and fearmonger is coronavirus.
Yep.
So I'm looking at data that says of 10 million doses of AstraZeneca, 28 cases of blood clots. 28 of 10 million.
Pause it all immediately.
Pfizer, 11 million doses, 25 cases.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't
Moderna
take
looking
Pfizer.
like?
And both, like the World Health Organization, which, has had some check and passive, they've all said that the AstraZeneca vaccine is safe. And the problem is the media runs with the story because they're in the, let's think about incentives. The purpose of a for-profit media organization is to get as many viewers and clicks as possible.
Yeah.
That's not what the Grammys does.
Because
No, because Clorox doesn't sponsor.
No, but
kidding,
if
they
we just break down what the incentives of media organizations are, it's to drive traffic.
But why did they pause it? That's the bigger question. Germany, France, and Italy are not small countries.
Why is California still on lockdown? Governments are stupid.
I don't know what lockdown you're part of.
Don't you think?
I don't know what lockdown you're part
That's
of.
not what last night
This
sounded
guy's
like.
talking about
Honey.
Santolino cryptic dinners.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
The only thing I'm locking down is a reservation next weekend.
No, but I think that's the problem. We think everyone takes media and governments as gospel without actually looking at data. And now that we're in this information age where everyone actually has access to the data, we can actually figure these things out and not listen to French Laundry Newsom.
Yeah.
And not listen to the German government.
Ooh, Ripke's not going to like that. Ripke's not going to like that.
Coming back on Clubhouse.
Because if you think about if these percentages are right, and the WHO is saying AstraZeneca is safe, it is absolutely irresponsible to pause a vaccine that could stop the spread of the virus and stop the spread of variants developing.
Okay, so hypothetical.
I don't take anything the government or the media says at face value.
Okay, but
that's a smart way to actually go about life.
He's got a point.
Yeah, I agree with you. So let's say they have vaccines. So Moderna is talking about testing right now on children, 6 months, 11 years old.
Sketch. Number one, who's
volunteering?
Who's volunteering your little kiddo?
Maybe they're getting paid.
I hope it's good.
Yeah. So they're testing that. But let's say hypothetically, our children are now able to get vaccine and everyone says it's safe. But it's the AstraZeneca one. It's going to be a no for me, Doug.
No, you got to pass.
Yeah, because you've been brainwashed by the
are you going to let your child get AstraZeneca?
Well, I don't think kids are...
Let's just say they were okay to get it.
They sure, and I think it's been proven
yes or no in AstraZeneca
COVID doesn't affect kids the way it affects adults.
Okay, but would you get an AstraZeneca?
But if they say it's safe and recommended, you would do it.
If it's safe and recommended, absolutely.
Even given that it's like wiping out Germany.
I know Paul Ripke's cronies are trying to scare us.
Yeah,
you're bringing Paul Ripke on this.
Paul's not going to like this.
I think this really comes down to Paul.
You're going to pick on the guy.
And I also heard a stat that rate is the same as consistent with just the normal rate of blood clotting in 10 million people.
Right.
Yeah.
So the blood clots could come from anything.
Yeah.
It's correlation versus causation. These are like really basic things that the media and the governments don't want you to do. Why is California still in a full lockdown? Why do we have all these restrictions when cases and hospitalizations have fallen off a cliff?
Yeah.
Why is outdoor baseball at Dodger Stadium at 20%? It should be at 50%.
I mean, let's be honest. Who's going to a baseball game anyways?
I think it'd be 100% the way COVID. Everyone wants to do something.
Yeah. It'd probably be
Not
full.
baseball.
20%. I mean, Dodger Stadium could be 50 and would be fine.
Opening day is a full sellout.
Okay, opening day.
My point is that the restrictions in the data aren't adding up anymore. And while I fully agreed with initial lockdowns and fully agreed with mask mandate the entire time, if we're not going to change with the data and the science, we're just exercising power.
After this cryptic dinner last night on, it's like mask,
I said
whatever.
this Saturday.
Yeah. He's over it. I mean, I heard that, I think it was Detroit or someone turned away the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, or was trying to, because it's like showing up as a little less effective potentially, which I think that's really
look, in America, I think we have that choice, right? Like we have enough supply of 3 sources now with Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson.
But are we really in the position to turn down yet?
I don't know, but maybe in Detroit, they were getting pushback from people saying, we don't want this one. So if like, you can't give people something they don't want.
But I talked to our friend who's a very educated doctor, and he was like, yeah, absolutely get it.
Yeah.
Like the tests aren't even the same.
Yeah, and I agree. I just like what Anand said, a lot of this is psychology, right? Yeah. So if there's any positioning of Johnson & Johnson being less effective, then that's just, people are going to take that as gospel, and that's how they're going to operate in the real world.
But if you vaccinated like the whole population, let's just say with Johnson & Johnson, even if it's 10% less effective, you probably stop COVID.
100%. Yeah.
That's why
but
it's
that's
just irresponsible. Like for that, like mayor or whoever it was to say, no thanks, we don't want it. It just tells people don't get Johnson & Johnson, because now even, officials are turning it away.
Yeah.
When really we just need everyone to go get it ASAP.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I'll tell you the big challenge for the rest of the world is really behind on vaccination.
They don't have access. So if I had to just think about predictions for the next 12 months, U.S. is going to be roaring by the summer.
Yeah.
Absolutely roaring. Yeah. Everything's going to be normal.
Yeah.
Indoor, outdoor, doesn't matter. French Laundry won't be able to protect you.
Yeah.
Or prevent you.
French Laundry will be slammed.
French Laundry.
Indoor, outdoor, on the roof. The place is going to be packed.
Newsom's
Newsom's going to be
particular.
shirtless at French Laundry.
Like, I don't know. We should probably stay indoors.
So I think the U.S. is going to be completely fine. I don't think the rest of the world. It's 2021. So Asia, I think they're by nature.
We're in 2021.
Or 2022. No, I'm saying by 2021, I don't think Asia is going to be normal.
No.
Oh, you mean like until the end?
Yeah, because I think they were rightly so protective in the beginning, and it worked out for them.
Yeah.
So for them to open up and potentially have spikes again in cases, they're just not going to
So
chance it.
you're saying like a country like Vietnam, which had such a high success rate, they are not vaccinating their people.
No, I don't think they even have the access right now.
Got it.
So like in Singapore, for example, Omar Rishi lives there, who listens to the pod. He said earliest May, June that they're getting
So they
doses.
can't open the country.
And that's for frontline workers.
Wow.
Are they also they're going to get the same ones we have?
Yeah, I
Roughly.
mean,
Ask Omar if he wants AstraZeneca now.
and the Chinese vaccine.
They'll get all that.
That one's getting ramped
Yeah.
up too.
That one's scary.
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah,
So-
you want to talk about...
I'm saying even once they start let's say they have full-blown vaccine rollouts through the summer. I just don't believe the way the government's acted the last year, and it worked for them. I'm not criticizing. They're going to stop these 14-day quarantines. I have a friend that is in Thailand that had to go see his girlfriend's family. They're on a 16-day hotel quarantine. They're fully vaccinated. It doesn't matter. They don't care.
Damn.
They have their vaccine cards. They have everything. And the Thai government said, get your ass into a fucking government hotel.
So domestic travel is going to be the main thing for the
So
next
I think
year.
Asia is going to be minimum 2022.
I think Europe's obviously a challenge.
Europe, I mean, Italy's already on lockdown. And we were the worst managed COVID by policy in terms of containing the virus, but we're by far the best on the vaccine because we threw the most money at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put business behind it and we're good.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it. All I need is Mexico. Just give me Cabo.
Mexico's
I know we have it. I'm just saying once I'm fully vaccinated, I'm safe, I can go to Cabo, I'm good.
I think I don't know the vaccine rollout there.
No, but he's saying if he's
I know,
vaccinated.
but they also have to be in cahoots.
But a lot of those cities are dependent on tourism. They're not going to shut it down. They didn't.
Yeah,
Think
it's not
about
shut
the
down.
influx they got with Tulum.
Yeah.
I mean, what
Tulum.
sub 30-year-old was not in Tulum
Yeah.
from Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Drama, if you want travel tips to Cabo, listen to the latest episode of Modern Prescription.
Wow.
What are they talking about?
They talked to a concierge about traveling to Cabo.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
wow.
there you go.
Okay, great.
Guess I'm listening to
in
on my way
COVID
home.
times.
That's all I need. I don't need South Asia. I don't need it. I just give me
Cabo.
just come on. Like I'm just dying to get to like a beach.
We have one 10 miles from here.
And it's Santa
Not
Monica.
that one.
Malibu?
You're not
that
jumping
one.
in the water in Cabo anyways. You might as well go to Malibu.
No, it's different. The sun's different. The cocktails are different. You're not getting pina coladas in Malibu.
He wants a swim-up pool.
Yeah, I want the
like a bar. Swim bar.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
I take
Pete,
my
shut up. Sell some of
$1,400
that
Civic and join
Dogecoin.
you.
You could probably go to Cabo for cheaper than 3 of your nights at Bungalow. I'm guessing. Okay, well, that's what's going on. So I don't know. I mean, watch it or don't. I don't know, but get vaccinated.
Yes.
What's up with retail? February was a little slow on
Yeah,
on
it was
retail.
down 3%. And that's like a massive number.
But down from January, right?
No, from the previous year.
Oh, like right when all this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because this really started in March. So wouldn't it be down? I thought it was down from January.
Oh, it is down from January. You're
yeah,
right.
so that's why it's alarming.
Yeah, it is. And January was already soft. There was like a slight uptick in January, which I think was surprising to everyone.
Yeah.
And then February was down. And this is a function of like stimulus just not being there. And that's why I do believe that America is going to be roaring from a social aspect, but financially it's just going to take time. Like so most people with big banks, so if you bank with like a Wells Fargo or a Chase, I think you'll get your stimulus on March 17th, which is Wednesday. Smaller banks were able to execute, I think, over the weekend. So they're starting tomorrow, being Wednesday, you should start seeing people spending money. So this weekend really will be the first weekend of like full stimmy in action.
So the Biden bucks are here.
Yeah.
I talked to a very close friend who invests in retail businesses. They said this past weekend, sales were better than 2 years ago. Obviously, year over year is not comparable,
Biden bucks hit.
Biden bucks
Yeah.
hit.
And-
2 years ago. So
I think
19.
February was just like the tail end of no
Yes.
stimmy.
Yeah. We were just on gas and then
Yeah.
the
Running
stimmy
on
hit.
fumes.
Biden bucks
yeah.
are here. People are spending.
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I think this weekend, because what they said is most Americans who are going to get it electronically will get it Wednesday. So, I mean, I don't know. Pete, you haven't got any notice? Tim, any notice?
No, but I'm spending just prematurely, just for when it hits.
Just 'cause
So you know it's coming.
I know
Yeah.
it's coming.
So maybe that's what's happening.
So
Credit.
think
I've
about
already
it. If
blown the
last
money.
weekend was better than 2 years ago, this weekend's going to be bonkers.
This weekend's
Yeah.
Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stimmy Saturday.
Stimmy Saturday.
Okay.
And it's real money.
Yeah.
If you think about like family of 4, how much do they get?
You get $1,400 a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your $1,400 if you each make
Yeah,
under
$5,600.
That's real money.
yeah.
Okay. So
That's
it seems
an
like-
extra $11K pre-tax money.
Yeah. I saw a good one. Someone sent me walking up to Golden Corral, the buffet, and then it says all my children are older than, how you get a discount if you're under 13. So they're like, my children are all grown.
Because they're
Because you're just
cocky.
like, I'm happy to pay.
Yeah. That's so good. Okay, well, then it seems like this story is kind of a non-issue unless we see a trend coming.
Yeah, I think it's just a function of no stimmy.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. Me personally, as I've sort of built and grown companies, I've always felt like people place too much emphasis on titles.
Mhm.
Now, I do understand for the employee why a title would be really meaningful, but I think sometimes you can get sort of lost in titles. Do you guys agree or no? You don't see it that way, or do you?
At companies,
Yeah, like don't.
I think
feel like
people are obsessed with titles.
they're obsessed with titles, and I think that they don't always matter as much as people make them.
I think there's a LinkedIn game where if you get a hot title,
Yeah.
you can keep jumping
Flipping it
from
up to the
company
next company.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
keep getting pay raises.
D, how do you feel?
Definitely in the post NBA world, that's the game they play.
Yeah, I think for that cohort of people, a title matters. If you're a VP or a senior VP or
But internally in the company, to me, it's like it's important to have kind of a broad thing. And listen, this is the reason why I ask. Elon Musk definitely doesn't give a single shit either.
yeah,
He has a new title, and it is the Techno King of Tesla.
yeah.
So apparently, I didn't know he has this whole title game he plays where he has like a bunch of weird titles, like Chief Pillow Officer or something.
Yeah.
And his new title that he's decided to add is the Techno King of Tesla. So
Yeah, I
obviously
mean-
he's feeling the opening up coming back.
Yeah, he
He's
clearly
feeling like the
doesn't
Techno
give,
King again. Obviously, he's vaccinated.
Yeah, I mean, I think for him, is just staying relevant in the news. So Techno King was all over the news. He tweeted out a song about NFTs that he's selling as an NFT that has a bid of over $1.1 million. I don't think he cares about anything except staying relevant. He's literally Dave Portnoy,
Yep.
just with a large company. And
It's smart, I mean-
ironically, I saw Volkswagen's rollout of their electric cars and the numbers. They're fucking insane. They're kicking Tesla's ass.
Yeah, we talked about it in the
Like with the
newsletter a
amount of
couple
cars
months ago.
shipped or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah,
Those
just the
cars
number
look
of
really
cars
cool.
and the way they're scaling it, they're doing it profitably. Like the electric car revolution is happening for a lot of car manufacturers. Everyone's just banking on Tesla is going to revolutionize something energy, right? And so
They're just gonna be better at it. I think that's what people are banking on.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
originally it was the car. Here's the thing: whatever the next thing is, people will, because they're such Elon Musk believers, they'll keep giving him the pass. So once like Shell comes out and rolls out full on electric car charging all over the country, they'll be like, it's not about energy, it's about Mars.
Yeah.
Tesla's gonna. It's like they'll just keep giving him. He has unlimited passes.
Yeah.
Because he's just a cult figure.
It's also kind of concerning if you're a fund, an individual that has a large portion of your net worth in Tesla. Like, he's a loose cannon, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would it surprise you if in 7 days he says he's retiring and he's giving all his holdings to Martians on Mars?
So I think so. I think
I don't think he would, though.
I think as much of a loose cannon as he is, one of the most fascinating things about him is how like incredibly passionate he seems to be about the mission of these companies. I think that's at least the belief.
Yeah.
Like, sure, he smokes weed. He's the techno king. He's a blah, blah, blah. But he is so passionately driven for these purposes bigger than revenue and bigger than whatever. But to your point, yeah, it's totally possible.
Yeah, because think about how much pressure he puts on himself, not only from running all these companies,
Yeah.
but then now he's made himself a public persona.
Yeah.
So now you have that celebrity pressure.
You remember he retired from Twitter for like 24 hours?
Yeah.
He couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
He needed the injection.
Yeah. He's Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
But he's
with the-
volatile. Portnoy is much more stable.
Which
If I had
is
to bet on
wild to
stability
say.
of
Yeah, which
a
is nuts
persona,
because
That
Portnoy
sounds
doesn't come up as
insane.
a.
I mean, but I truly believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm getting from Portnoy. I'm getting 3 pizza reviews. He's saving 2 businesses.
Yeah.
And he's going to give
He's
me a
gonna make
couple
me laugh.
names.
Yeah.
You can count on that. One
Yeah.
sex tape.
Been there.
He's very dependable in that sense.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think the scarier thing to me is just that, like we've seen a lot, there's kind of like, in history, there's a lot of those businesses that kind of change things, but they don't necessarily win.
Yeah.
There's like the one who was responsible for changing it, and then the ones who are responsible for like taking it to mass market. And I just feel like those VW cars look amazing.
They look really good.
And if you deal
And
with
they're
someone
probably
who
affordable. I didn't even see the price.
they are. They're like 40, 50K or something. And if you I don't know, it just feels like if someone that's way better at manufacturing and supply chain.
Yeah. I mean, even they said the Ford, I forgot which car, did the Mustang?
Yeah, it's Mustang. The Mustang's sick.
They did an electric Mustang, and the research is already showing that is eating into
Yes.
Tesla's business at that lower price point.
Yeah, that'd be my fear with Tesla.
And I'd also say I think we're a little Tesla centric in the people we hang out with. Like, Tesla really matters to
Yeah.
In our
a lot
crowd,
of
yeah.
our network, but I don't think a 45-year-old in Ohio gives a shit if Tesla or Volkswagen, hey, I don't have to fill up gas. That's all I care about, right?
No, I think to your point, the 45-year-old in Ohio, if for some reason you're like, fine, fuck it, I have to go electric, you feel more comfortable going Ford electric than making the huge jump to Tesla electric.
Yeah.
So I think there's one side that are like the rabid Tesla fans, but I think all the people that you're going to convert that truly love their Ford pickup, they might be able to stomach a Ford pickup that's electric, not a freaking Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's too big of a
Which
jump.
may never come.
No, that thing's never.
Yeah,
coming.
it's almost.
Well, your $100 is guaranteed.
Would it be a similar analogy, like someone who's been eating beef their whole life? They're
Yep.
like, fine, I'll eat free range beef or whatever the moniker is. I'm not going Impossible.
You're eating Impossible, but you're eating the Burger King Impossible.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's more-
I think it's something like that,
Yeah.
or it's like, yeah, it's something like that. It's something like that. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's something like that. It's like you'll take the one step, but with the familiar brand, the familiar interior of your Ford, the
Yeah.
familiar blah blah blah. But like a Tesla to you maybe feels too like
It's too Hollywood
unreliable or-
elitist.
Yeah,
Fuck those coastal elites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that is a problem.
Pedophiles.
All those freaking the cabal with their pizza joints and their whatever. Yeah. I noticed you said you were eating cheese pizza last night. I'm just curious if you're in any sort of cult.
Pizzagate.
Yeah. Was that fucked up?
No.
Oh, don't tell. That he's in the Hollywood elite cabal.
Okay.
Rule number 1.
Got it. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I think the bigger risk is.
Yep.
Let's talk about Stripe.
Yep.
Pretty cool stuff, huh?
Really good. I
I
mean,
mean, these guys are really on to something, huh?
who would have thought a payment processor would be worth
This whole
$95
Stripe
billion?
thing.
These Collison boys.
$95 billion, man. I mean, these guys are really, they got a cool idea here, huh?
They're Irish, right?
Yeah.
And they got St. Patty's Day tomorrow.
I'd love to be partying with them.
I mean, what a week for
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah.
They're going to raise money at a $95 billion valuation. They're 30 and 32 years old, worth $11.5 billion each. And it's St. Patty's Day.
Okay, well,
That's all there is on that. There isn't anything else.
They figured
just
it
got
out.
really
Good for
rich.
them.
these guys
Yeah.
sold a business for $5 million like in high school.
Yeah.
These guys are geniuses.
Smart guy.
They're fun to listen to.
Okay, well, that's it then. So
And
they
I
just
think
raised.
95 billion is cheap.
Wow.
In the era of everything, I think is we can make the argument things are overvalued. This is undervalued.
Yeah. I mean, I think clearly.
Are these guys young?
30 and 32.
Yeah.
Not so bad. Okay.
And they
Pete,
definitely.
you got 6 years.
I know, I'm back, man.
Yeah, you gotta figure out how to
You got to
process
revolutionize fintech in 6 years.
I mean, your best bet is like.
What's fintech
Are you
mean,
Irish by any chance? Matthew O'Clerkin?
Are you Indian by chance? That's the same fucking question.
I don't know.
I'm red hair and fair skin with freckles.
Okay.
I might as well be a
I don't-
leprechaun
I
sitting at
wasn't
the end
trying
of
to,
the.
That was racist.
Yeah, that was racist.
Yeah. I don't know where exactly, but there was some racism.
Yeah, it felt racist.
Somebody's canceled.
Somebody's canceled.
Somewhere in there.
So Matthew O'Clerkin, your best bet is you find out where these guys live, and
Yeah.
you just be their little
Bitch.
Irish bitch.
You can probably make $1 billion.
Yeah,
man.
they might give you $1 million. Like, yo, we just want this fun Irish guy hanging around.
Where do they live?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll
That's
find
on
out.
you to find out. They give you a little equity just for. It's like the guy David Cho or whatever who
Painted the Facebook office.
Yeah, you could be that guy.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah.
You could be the guy that just brings him Guinness.
Yeah. Hey, you don't have to pay me. Just give me a couple shares.
Yeah, keep him updated on Barstool.
Yeah.
Hey, here's what Dave did today.
Hey,
Here's
thanks.
your morning briefing.
Yeah. This is what Dobrik did. This is what Portnoy
Here's what all the
did.
Davids did.
They're like, who are you again?
Yeah.
You're like,
This is
I'm
what Conor McGregor did.
Matthew O'Clerkin.
They
This
should
could be
give
good
Conor
for me.
McGregor some founder shares, right?
Should.
Yeah. I heard that Conor McGregor, I haven't seen this like guaranteed, but I heard that Conor McGregor, they had an option to the company that he partnered with for his whiskey to buy out his shares, and that they exercised it, and that he sold his shares of his company and made like a boatload of money. But
Wow.
Mark by him because is a terrible product.
Is it?
Have
I
you
heard
tried
you're not fond of cacti.
That is disgusting.
Whoa.
That shit is
Is
absolute
that the
trash.
seltzer?
Yes, from
I
Travis
saw
Scott.
Is that like
Chase
out?
posting from like Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
OG
it's
Chase.
everywhere. It launched this week.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was a truck outside the office yesterday.
Yes, and I saw it.
So,
So they're competing with White Claw.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
gotta
but
try
But
it.
it's tequila, right?
It's not as
No,
good as like,
that's the incorrect marketing behind this. It's not tequila. Tequila's not in it. It
It's
is a
not-
malt liquor based seltzer.
I thought I was sold on tequila.
No, everybody keeps saying it's not. It's malt liquor. That's like what White Claw and everybody's made with, and now what these Bud Light seltzers are made with.
Wait, White
same
Claw
with-
is malt liquor?
Yes, that's why it's so gross.
Anand loves it. Don't tell him.
Hey, wait, it's not like
I don't
gross,
mind
but
it.
it's the shittiest form of alcohol.
what's
It's like,
better as far as the seltzer world goes?
there isn't. White Claw is that base, but they made like a heavier, more at a 7%, and that's why it's so much heavier. And it's literally it like took a step backwards in the seltzer.
Is this a Costa Brava ad?
No, not at all. I just completely unbiased. I think they're really gross.
So which one's better? Which one's the best?
in seltzers?
Yeah.
I'd say White Claw.
Oh, so you just said it was shit though.
No, yeah. You just asked me what was best.
Oh, so it's
in
just the
seltzer
best
world.
of shit.
Yes.
Huh. I don't mind.
Or
White
things
Claw.
like
I
Costa
enjoy
Brava
White
are
Claws.
canned
Me
cocktails.
too.
That's a different
Black cherry.
category.
Oh.
So in the seltzer world, it's not
Okay, so
good.
how is
Try
cacti
one.
in relation to White Claw? Like way worse?
Yes, because it's heavier. So they try to increase the alcohol by volume up to 7%, and White Claw sits at about 4.5, and it's much lighter. That's why they allow the flavors to come through.
This is why
This
the
is why he's
Carlson
an
brothers should
expert.
hire him.
Oh my
When they're
God.
like,
Yes!
If Patrick Carlson's about to pick up a cacti, he goes, whoa,
whoa.
that's 7%, Patrick.
God,
That's why I'm
I've
here.
never heard Pete talk like this.
Go over to White Claw.
Dude, it was just not
This is
good.
why, like, you
Dude,
have to,
he
you
is-
know, like, shut up for a second. This is why, like, when you go to college, you're so passionate right now, but the alcohol content of cacti.
Yeah.
Right?
And malt
Yeah.
liquor? I didn't know that. None of us knew that.
I didn't know it was malt liquor.
These-
I was
Yes.
like,
Malt
there's
liquor,
some-
bro.
This is how you should be utilizing
I don't even
your
know what
tools
malt
and
liquor
skill
is, to
sets
be honest.
for your career. You're sitting here like you went like
No,
you
it
don't
took
know-
2 seconds to get on.
I know, but you actually
'cause you're
cared
passionate, yeah.
about it. That's my point.
I was just triggered by the fact that Travis Scott has hit a home run in every single partnership and he had an opportunity to make something really fucking cool and probably good tasting, and he fucked it up.
Whoa!
Wow.
Damn.
This is like how
I mean,
Anand
this
talks
dude's hit
about
home
an
runs, and that was
IPO,
just a
though.
letdown.
This is literally how Anand will talk about a new IPO.
Yeah.
Passion. The
Yo,
passion.
merch was fire though.
Merch is
I almost
fire.
copped a shirt.
So it doesn't
Terrible
matter.
product, but I almost copped a shirt.
Oh
yeah.
my God. I want to try it. I mean, I feel like this thing's going to be like, this could be Travis's like
$1 billion.
big
eh?
payday.
No.
Yeah.
Have you had bon beef?
I'll put it right now. It won't be.
Bon
Just based
Beef,
on the
I've heard
taste
of
of
that.
that.
It's good.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I
Is
tried
that a
this
vodka one
weekend.
or is that same?
No, same.
Tell me. Is this malt liquor? Bon
No,
beef?
what is it again? Bon
beef?
Vive?
Remember
Yeah.
they sent some here to the office.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that stuff's pretty good.
What about High Noon? Is that malt liquor too?
High Noon is not. There it is. That is vodka based.
How's that one?
Good. Yeah.
if you're a vodka guy.
Your vodka?
I've had
Look at
high
that,
noon.
man.
It's fine.
Yeah, high noon's good, but the difference between.
It's a
So
bar
like
noise.
this is essentially, if you think about the world of beers, this is similar to what an IPA would be, and like a White Claw.
okay,
No. Just, Tim,
down
I'm
a
comparing
notch.
the heaviness of it. You'll taste it when you drink it, but it's
Yeah,
like a
I'm
White
like,
Claw's nice and light.
But what if these kids are just trying to get fucked up and rage like Travis Scott
Dude,
does?
it's like drinking a 40 ounce. That's what it's like.
That might work.
I mean,
Tastes like.
40s, people sell a lot of 40 ounces.
Yeah, my first
Yeah, but
drinking
they don't want, like,
experience was
They should
Strawberry
actually-
40 ounce.
He should actually do a 40-ounce seltzer.
See,
never
that would be
forget-
fire.
Honestly, I'll never forget when I don't want to say the words because they're so graphic, but Gucci Flip Flops, the feature song.
Yeah.
And when Anthony was on tour, when that song was like the hottest song, he said he'd be at like random airports around the country and little white kids were just wearing Gucci Flip
That's
Flops.
it.
Yeah.
Just effing
They were
your
sold
beat.
out.
Yeah.
You couldn't get them.
He's like, they're like 15,
Yeah.
these kids.
Yeah.
And they all had Gucci Flip Flops walking around airports.
So they're going to
And
drink
they know the
Hector.
words.
yes.
Yeah.
They're gonna pound cacti.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? The amount of there'll probably be more underage drinking of cacti than of age.
Of any other alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
They
yeah.
should, they should just say under 18 only cacti.
100%.
I mean,
Might as
Cacti
well.
should really sell Whole Foods because that's the audience.
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods kids are the kids drinking Cacti.
There's like what?
Yes.
Like Travis Scott fans go to Whole Foods?
Travis Scott's fans' parents shop at Whole Foods.
So you think they're just going to grab the cacti?
Suburban
For
white
their kids.
suburban white kids.
But they're not buying beer for their kids.
I'm just saying they will.
They will.
You're the cool mom. I'm okay with my kids doing
feel like
cocaine
it's
as
like-
long as they do it in
yeah,
front of
yeah,
me.
We're gonna listen to the new Travis album and pound cacti. I
Yeah.
feel like it's like the Walmart liquor aisle. That thing will crush.
Or gas stations.
yeah. 7-Eleven.
Where were you? Fake IDs are easily
easily
accepted.
All right. Well,
What
we'll
are you,
see.
12?
Great.
We'll see what happens, and also I'll try to check on the Conor McGregor thing because it seems interesting. Seems like he could have just had a big payday.
Okay.
What's going on with I think one of the things was as we approach Stimmy Saturday, Bitcoin. Like all that money's going into Bitcoin. Are we seeing anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the interesting data, we don't know, we won't know till probably this week how much money will go into Bitcoin. But there was a really interesting number. So over the last quarter, or so far this quarter, there's been 187,000 Bitcoins purchased by retail investors, while institutions have bought around 173,000.
Wow.
So retail Joe is eating this shit up like cacti.
Like fucking cacti. Yeah. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
But we need those institutions to like hop on board.
But the
But
other
it's still early. They haven't even.
and the other thing is institutions that are making large buys will go over the counter. They call it OTC. So it wouldn't even show up in the volume on a Coinbase or Binance or something.
Got it.
Because if you're not Tesla, because they were very public
Open.
about their buy. If you're another company that wants to put a few $1 billion and you start putting public bids, it drives up the price.
Yeah.
Rather than you do it privately and buy off chain, keep it in cold storage.
Got it. Yeah, I do feel like those numbers have to really boom with the stimmy.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Stop
never.
buying clothes, buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
No, keep buying clothes.
Buy clothes.
This guy.
See, it's like he's rich and all of a sudden
Don't
doesn't
buy
care.
Bitcoin. Don't buy anything. Don't go out to eat. I don't give a shit about anyone else.
Go to menloclub.com.
Go buy a subscription.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we'll see what happens, but I do think it's going to be. Never has like Bitcoin been so hot. Simultaneously, Stimmy hits.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see a Coinbase IPO soon. So
Yeah.
Stimmy, if they don't spend it by,
That's in a couple weeks.
that's the rumor.
Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, well, we'll see. Menlo Club and Bitcoin, guys. That's what you spend.
Menlo coin.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about money. Big money Biden
Big money Biden's planning some big
tax hikes.
tax hikes.
So what's going on? Do we got to move to Delaware or
You got to move to
Nevada, Costa Rica?
Turks and Caicos.
Okay. So people earning over 400,000.
Yeah,
the hardest.
these are the things he had talked about on the campaign trail, and looks like it's becoming more and more real. So, talking about raising taxes on people earning more than 400,000, talking about capital gains taxes being ordinary income.
Oh my
Anand
God,
can't like
Anand.
that one.
Anand, what? You got to move.
You should go to Florida now.
You should literally.
Well, it wouldn't change capital gains.
Oh, it's a federal.
So
Capital
they
gains is
save the state,
Yeah, you could save the state.
which is 10%.
You got to leave the country.
13 in California, that's right.
You gotta
That
go to
might be
Florida.
worth it.
You guys want to chip in on a place in Florida? Yeah. Little 3-bedroom.
So yeah, I mean, all of this, this guy, he just doled out 1.9 trillion.
Nice
He wants to
taking it
do
all
a
back.
$2 to $4 trillion infrastructure bill.
Yeah.
So you got to pay for it somehow, and so
Let Anand pay for it.
Anand's going to pay for it.
What a nice guy.
You should get a road named after you at least, a bridge, something.
Damn. And then, but I heard like rumors that with his proposals and stuff, like California tax would be like 65%.
I think if
Yeah, it would. Because right now,
we're nearly 50,
Yeah.
53,
yeah.
54, if you raise it, it could get to 60 pretty quickly.
I think Logan Paul's moving to Costa Rica. It seems interesting.
He is.
Is
Right?
he?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? He can live anywhere.
I think Jake moved to Florida and Logan's moving to Costa Rica.
I mean, they're just making too much dough.
Costa Rica's like zero. What's that tax?
Yeah,
rate?
it's 0.
Yeah.
Look at Pete. When he's passionate about a few things,
It's Logan Paul, David Dobrik.
I have a niche.
The alcohol
knows all
content
of it.
level, yeah.
I have a niche.
that's
I'm
wild.
very impressed.
Your niche is 13-year-old kids.
Yes, and those kids will grow up and be rich one day.
I think
Let's
that's
hope it
literally
is.
the name of the game of how to make this country more successful is figure out how to make Pete interested in higher level
Education or
topics.
anything.
If you, it's not any harder.
Yeah.
But if you just knew about like crypto the same way you know about seltzer alcohol content and who makes what, like that's enough knowledge to place some okay bets.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Or
I-
basic stock market.
yeah, but I'm not going to talk on that. That's because of school me. I don't talk on that.
No, it's not about talking. It's about
Awareness.
awareness. And if
Passion.
you just apply the same passion you did on
yes.
seltzers,
Let me tell you
To-
about Sushi Swap.
wow.
next
look
grade.
at-
What's that?
Okay, what
Sushi Swap's one of the hottest
Hold
deep-
on,
oh,
hold on. Explain what sushi
Somebody
swap
explained it
is.
to me and I forget. It sounded really good. Noah, the guy who got the
But see,
shoes,
you don't
he
care
told me.
enough to like really care, I think. Whereas the other stuff,
The
you're
alcohol
more,
content.
you're passionate
No,
about.
but if I've told this story on the podcast and he probably forgot.
Already.
And this story itself should make Pete interested.
Mm-hmm.
Sushi Swap, DeFi coin, back in July and August,
Mm-hmm.
went to the moon, Doge to the moon style. The founder of Sushi Swap sold all his coins. He's like 21 years old,
Mm-hmm.
made like $15, $16 million, got bullied on the internet that he's a scammer. He hyped this whole coin up. And then he gave all the money back to Sushi Swap's protocol. And now Sushi Swap's back on fire. That's a cool story for Pete.
yeah, but it doesn't matter because that guy doesn't have like a hot record with Gunna right now.
Yeah, but he's 21.
I know,
Just
but if that
throwing
kid was
around
Travis
16
Scott,
million
if that
left
kid was
and right.
Travis Scott or Dave Portnoy or Dobrik, he would.
Basically, Travis Scott needs to start an education platform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but every time they try, it's like Kevin Hart's trying to do that right now. I
Pete's
think, and
thinking
But
about
Kevin
a lot
Hart's
of
not the guy to do it.
Pete,
Processing.
yeah, what are you thinking, Pete? You just keep nodding your head.
He's looking up sushi swap and says, should I buy it?
He's like, shit, is that on Coinbase?
Yeah.
I think that's
I already
the
bought
trick.
it this morning.
That's the trick, right?
Cardano's on Coinbase today.
Is it?
Yeah,
What?
Cardona's up.
Cardano to the
It was
moon.
almost up 2% today.
Wow.
I was waiting on that.
Cardano to the moon.
Okay,
I
well,
almost
yeah, I
bought
think
some.
that's the key. Look,
Dollar share? Come on.
If
we
Travis Scott talked about Cardano, you'd be buying it.
I think if we can figure that out, we figure out
Education.
how to raise the GDP by
Yeah.
75%.
Basically, the government should incentivize Logan, Jake,
Yeah.
Dobrik, Travis Scott. We start with those four?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, they're
Think
pretty
about
much
it.
the people that matter.
You have Logan walking around in a pen. It's literally the pen ticker symbol on his hoodie.
He's pumping a stock.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Okay. Well, see you in Costa Rica. Let's, SE on social. What have you guys seen on social media in the last week that everyone should know about?
Yeah, mine's for all you little weasels out there
Wow.
that are not paying for Netflix. And I know you're out there. I know you're listening. Woo. They are now using some features to prevent people from sharing passwords. I don't know what the technology looks like. Netflix says they're testing it right now.
I wonder if that
you know,
helps or hurts long term.
you think that hurts?
I just wonder. It might be one of those weird things that like raises the overall viewership and I just wonder.
Like, who cares? Let these people who are going to pay.
It almost feels to me like kind of like how Nike thinks about reselling. Like, yeah, you're losing money, but who cares? It builds the hype.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're losing money on those subscriptions, but it makes the awareness of those shows significantly bigger, and eventually you convert some of those freeloaders.
Yeah, so I would a better comparison would be you can still get illegal MP3s today,
Yeah.
but most people are happy to, like I was a illegal MP3 person, and then when it became easier to just sign up for a streaming service, I eventually did. Like,
It's just like there's a marketing, like if you chalked it up on a P&L as a marketing expense, lost revenue.
40 million a quarter on.
Yeah, but that's how many people were viewing your content at least.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Then they get those headlines, 74 billion
Yeah, what's
people
going to happen
watch.
with that? Now all of a sudden 52 billion people didn't watch fucking Queen's Gambit. Liars. All of a sudden, only 5 million viewers.
Okay, that's the one I got.
I'm curious. Yeah, that's good. Anand, what do you got?
LeBron James and Maverick Carter are now partners in the Fenway Sports Group, which owns the Boston Red Sox. So LeBron and Maverick were already owners of Liverpool Football Club. I think they owned a few percent, which turned out to be an insanely profitable investment for them.
Yep.
And now Fenway, which was the majority owner of Liverpool, now they've become partners in the parent company.
Yep.
And details are still coming out, but LeBron and Maverick just continuing to make moves. Now they own part of the Red Sox. They own Liverpool.
Yeah, the Liverpool investment apparently.
It was bonkers.
Yeah,
and what I love about it is Boston. I've been once. One of the most racist cities I've ever been to in the United States.
yeah.
If not the most. Where it's like palpable racism. Like you're at a bar, it's like, get the fuck out of
You
here.
are not
I love it. We've got 2 black owners of the prized Boston Red Sox baseball team.
There's a lot of really angry white dudes. That's good. I love that. Okay. Mine is this tweet here that says the TSA announced that it screened 1.35 million people at airport security checkpoints on last Friday. That's the highest number of passengers since March of last year when this all started. And airline stocks are ripping.
Wow, so travel's back.
United up 10%, American 8.9%, Delta 5%, Southwest 2%.
Like, I think it's going to be like exponentially bigger. Not like, oh, we're up 5% from 2019. No, we're up 700%. Every third person in America is on a plane every 2 days. It's going to be something crazy like that.
Yeah, you guys are early. It's like seeing an artist. You see what's going on in the street.
Even at this so-called dinner we were at last night, it's the first time someone had their luggage at the dinner. It's like, I'm catching a red eye to New York.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
that
some
sounds
shit,
so foreign.
I forgot that even happened.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, if we don't all get blood clots, we'll be there. Okay, now we got an interview.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about solitaire.
Big solitaire. Apparently it's a big business.
Who would have thought it's so interesting? And this guy created a company that both Pete and Tim used
to cheat their way through college.
to cheat their way through college and high school, it sounds like. So big stuff here. Let's get into it.
Yes.
Tim, I just got to stop for a second, man. You're looking extra young today?
You can just say it. I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
You're looking beautiful.
You
Tim.
know, I am.
What is it? What's different?
My skin is glowing.
Wow.
And that is because I shaved today.
All right.
No, that was Pete clapping.
You shaved.
I'm not clapping for that.
Did you by any chance use one of these fancy schmancy little Harry's razors that we got in here?
Of course.
Man, we got you covered. I'll tell you what, through our partnerships here, your balls and your face. You know what I
Clean
mean?
as can be.
Look like a baby.
I didn't use one of the ones they sent me. I used one of the ones that I've had for my entire life.
So you've been a Harry's fan.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Since I was a kid.
All right, well, here we go. Harry's, what do we got?
And so you got, why is Harry so much better?
Harry's, it's the amount of blades in the razor. It's impossible to cut your face while you're shaving with Harry's razors.
Wow.
It's,
Really?
Yeah. It's
drama.
really what. Yeah.
He's opening up the razor.
Let me see about that.
He's just putting his thumbs across it.
He's just bleeding. He's like, yes, they're sharp.
Unless you're an idiot, it's impossible.
Well, I'll be careful then.
And so, are you a big fan of their German factory that they own too?
His price
All
point to
involved
be.
in this business?
Yeah.
It's a fall thing.
Oh my God. And so we have a deal, obviously, for a limited time. Harry's is offering their starter set plus a free body wash for just $3. You just got 14 hundo.
You tell
Now
me.
make it $13.97. Go to harrys.com/group chat and you're good. $3?
Wow.
$3. Who doesn't have $3?
Yeah, these things are nice. Okay, well, I'm going to go take it home and try to cut my face.
I mean, for $3 in a stimmy like that, you could get one for your dad, you, your brother. You could get it for the whole
Yeah,
family.
you know, if you want to splurge, spend maybe $9. Take care of you and 2 other people. You know, it's not a bad gift for someone. You show up, because I got this lovely Harry's gift. No one will know how much you spent, even though you spent $3.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is, for a limited time, head over to harrys.com/group chat. New customers can get a Harry's starter set and a free body wash for just $3. That's over $16 value at Pete.
$3.
Wow. And you'll get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shaving gel, a travel cover, and a travel size body wash for $3.
Good
Incredible deal.
Okay. We'll
I mean,
see you
with
there.
Stimmy, this is great timing for Stimmy.
The foaming gel is like top notch.
Wow.
Top notch.
Wow.
You're really passionate. Same way
he
is passionate about
I
malt
think you guys
liquor.
have 2 new
man.
careers. You guys are in engineering, podcasting, and
Yeah.
instead seltzer and shaving.
I
Yeah.
like a good shave.
Malt liquor and shaving.
Malt liquor and shaving.
Not to be done simultaneously.
Good point. Okay. Let's get back into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We have a special guest.
Yes, we do.
Who do we got?
We got a founder of 2 startups that have sold. So you're
Sheesh.
twice as successful
Two-time
as I've
member
ever
of
been.
the Exit Club.
I can't exit anything.
Maybe he's got some secrets.
We have Darshan Somashekhar here, and he's a fellow countryman. Sounds like you're South Indian. Is that possible?
Yeah, you got it. My parents are from Bangalore.
Hey!
What does that mean?
We're cousins.
We're cousins.
There you
Our
go.
parents are from Bangalore too.
I figured by the last name you're from
Oh, killer.
Bangalore. But you're here to talk about really 2 interesting startups you've sold. I didn't know what Easy Bib was, mainly because I'm much older.
Yes.
And the internet wasn't a big part of my collegiate experience.
No.
And I think it was like
Unless you could steal tests and documents for your exams, the internet wasn't important to
Yeah.
you.
yeah, I mean,
I only was like, if it wasn't LimeWire, the internet didn't matter.
yeah,
Napster.
Napster was really my college years.
That's where I got my Eminem
Yeah.
album.
And what's interesting, I didn't know what Easy Bib was, so I went and looked it up. And is it a way to get started on like papers for college students? Like, how do you explain it?
Yeah, so EasyBib, we describe it as a calculator for your bibliography. So when we were in school, one of the big issues for us in English class was doing our paper, but also our citations. Our school emphasized, citing your sources and knowing where your research came from. But we just thought that part was super tedious. So we built a tool that helps automate that. So you can put in a URL or a book title, a journal article, whatever, and it automatically populates the fields and creates that citation
Wow.
so you don't have to.
Wow, that's
great.
amazing.
It's the
Cheat
biggest
code.
hack.
That really
Did you use it, Pete?
Yeah. I used it
Tim?
through high school.
yeah.
Tim and I both
They,
talked it.
they taught it to me when I was like in 4th or 5th grade, and I used it all the way through my senior year of college.
I would assume it's a
Wow.
negative tool for Pete because he would just plagiarize.
I
You
know,
don't want
for-
to cite where you're plagiarizing from.
Oh, no, I would.
He's like, how do I find Steven in here?
My
I mean-
test is whether they read that part or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I noticed the other field at the bottom of the page was check your grammar and check for plagiarism, which would have screwed me in college.
Yeah.
And so you guys, did you launch this while you were students, or did it come like after you kind of graduated?
So we launched this when we were in high school. So I was a senior in high school and my business partner, Neil, he was a junior. So this was just something we both kind of had that pain point as kids. And so we weren't really thinking about, is this going to be a business or whatever? We just had been, I guess, paying attention to a little bit of like the .com boom in the late 90s and just thought that, with the web, you can do anything. So we built that app. In the beginning, it was pretty basic. But then it was a side job for a long time until we did it full time in, I think, 2008.
Only Indian kids, this is your side hustle. Pete was probably slinging jewel sticks. For sure.
Just wouldn't even think that.
And so you worked on this. Did you go to college or you just decided to go full time on this right after high school?
So I went to college, but I would plan my internships along with Neil to be in the same cities. So we were in Washington, D.C. One summer. We were in New York for one summer. We both ended up in New York after graduating. And then it was still a side job for the next 3 years while we both had different jobs and then finally did EasyBib in 08. But I would say that, we spent a lot more time on the site than we did in our schoolwork, but I guess that turned out okay in the end.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Brown in Rhode Island.
Okay. Nice.
Woo!
Ivy League.
Different big Rhode Island.
Ivy League, like our fellow Harvard man.
Thank you.
Harvard man here.
Similar to the bottom of your page on plagiarism, I'm a Harvard graduate.
Yeah. He plagiarized his entire high school degree.
And so you ended up selling the business to Chegg. And did you guys go work there afterwards?
Yeah, so we sold in 2016, and then I became the VP of product for our group called Writing Tools. Then Neil was the general manager. So we kind of had our same jobs, but just within this bigger company. So we stayed there for 3 years, and we left in 2019.
And did you have to stay because it was part of an earnout, or you just love Chegg so much and you're passionate about textbooks?
Well, we love Chegg so much. And it was part of their
and
both of the above.
And so you guys sold the business, you made a bunch of money, you leave Chegg, and so what's the next move? I mean, did you just go to Mykonos for 2 years, or you guys get back to work?
Well, my wife and I, we did take a pretty long vacation. We did a road trip through Europe, but through the years, so we launched EasyBib in 2001 and we sold it in 2016 and stayed on board till 2019. We just had a lot of ideas that we had written down in a notebook that we wanted to try out. So we spent the next year or so just testing out ideas, different things like the B2B space, different consumer stuff. And finally, we ended up on our next business, the one we're working on now. But that took about, I want to say, about a year or a little bit under a year to kind of get to that spot.
Got it. And so have you launched your next business? And are you focusing on investing? I saw that you guys, it looks like you have a fund as well. So what are you guys up to specifically?
Yeah, we're kind of doing a little bit of both. We are really trying to optimize for, what do we enjoy doing? What's fun? What is still productive? So part of that is investing. So we created an entity called Soda Partners, which we've just done a few, I would say, angel investments out of that. But then our main gig is this casual games platform called Solitaire. So one of the things that we discovered in our research we launched about 9 different ideas in the first 9 months of us being around. And these were maybe 1 week tests, so not huge businesses or anything. But what we discovered is just that casual gaming, it's a big industry and a lot of people play across the board, a lot of different age groups. So we launched a platform called Solitaire, and it turns out that just millions and millions of people play that card game, on Microsoft Solitaire. And there was just a lot of room to innovate, surprisingly, in it. So that's what we're working on now.
So you're literally working on Solitaire.
We're working on Solitaire, the card game.
How'd you go from trying to solve how to citate sources in a paper to gaming?
That's a good question. So, we thought about what made us successful with EasyBib, and that came down to having a need that a lot of people had. So, every student in the US needs to cite a source for their bibliography. And so when we launched EasyBib, we were able to, over time, attract all those users to our site. And so we were just looking at other areas that had a lot of users. And then, just in a really funny way, Solitaire was one of those. Amongst, other casual games, we just thought that we had the best fit there. So there's also a learning aspect to it. So we've worked with a number of institutions adding card games that have like facts and figures on them, almost like you can learn while you play, which is both, a way of attracting users to and exposing the platform, but also, we hope over time could turn into something. And then, the truth is it's just kind of fun. Like after you work in a corporation for 3 years or you work on an educational tool for a long time, because sometimes you want your QA process to be, playing games, which is what it is for us. So part of it's also just the fact that games are fun to be in and to work on.
And I'd assume solitaire skews older because I can't imagine a young person playing solitaire. It's pretty much, I'm 37. I remember playing solitaire as like a teenager.
Yeah. I definitely played a lot of solitaire growing up.
But like, I can't, is that right? Is that what the data shows?
Yeah, no, it's really funny that you say that because I didn't have a clue as to what our demographics would be. Like I didn't know who played solitaire, just I knew a lot of people did, but over half of our users are over 55.
Wow.
So
that makes sense.
I think you got to answer that again. I think
Sorry, that was a good one and you just cut out.
Yeah,
so
do
just
that
go to the
answer again.
demographic again.
Okay, sorry. So, when we first launched solitaire, like I don't think I had a clue as to what demographics we'd end up attracting. But it turns out you're right. So over 50% of our audience is over 55.
Real boomers.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm a boomer. I'm solitaire.
But I gotta imagine those are the types that have the iPads at home now, and this is what they're doing for the majority
and
of
the
their day.
stickiness must be insane. Like
Yes.
our mom plays Words with Friends 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years.
10 years. The LTV is
Even
crazy.
when we were home last week, every day I'd see her, whenever there was a break, I'd see her like, choop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
If you can get like the retired
Knock out a couple words.
that's amazing. I think if you can get like that retired crowd where there's nothing else to do.
And so how many users do you guys have now? Can you share that?
Yeah, we launched last year, and now we're in the tens of thousands of users. And given their engagement, that ends up turning out to be a pretty good audience for now. But our goal is to keep growing and expose the product to more and more people.
Any interest in going to more fun games with like shooting and things
Stealing
like that?
cars.
Stealing cars? Or are you just trying to lock down the vote for the next election?
Honestly, Trump and Biden should have been advertising
I
on
know.
fucking
Yeah,
solitaire.
for
If
real.
I was a voting crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, Donald Trump should buy this company now because he could lock in his next win.
Oh man, well, we did launch Hearts recently, so maybe we can get them to play that as a multiplayer.
Wow, so you're
interact
really
with the
going
audience.
into, it's interesting. So you're like the equivalent of like a movie studio that's digging into the archives of classic hit movies and saying, you know what, people really liked, I don't know.
Movies from the 80s.
Yeah, movies from the 80s. Let's just remake them and put The Rock in it and people should want to watch it. And you're just giving it like a nice little, facelift.
Yeah, so I mean, when we looked at it, there are a lot of different kinds of games we could have built. But for some reason, it just felt like there wasn't a lot of love given to these classic games. And we played those when we were younger too. So we just thought, we could do a better job of creating games that people like, even though they're old and there've been a lot of editions of them. We thought we could, do an equal, if not better job with that. So here we are. We're pulling from the archives.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Makes you realize you don't really have to come up with something that new.
And it's well, not even that. It's also, I think in technology specifically, everyone wants to target young consumers and, maybe go after some boomers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boomer market is bigger than you might realize.
And they're the ones that have the money.
Yeah, boomers have high discretionary income. All of young people are waiting for that 1400.
Yeah.
That's all the money they're
Old
going to
people
make.
have the
Honestly.
retirement
On
fund.
top of that, not only young people, young people have ADD.
Yeah.
So they go from Roblox to TikTok to Instagram to Snapchat.
Yeah.
The boomer playing solitaire, he's committed.
If next 50 years.
Well, look at your mom. She's not going to,
Call of Duty.
going to a new game.
Yeah, my mom's done.
My mom probably, she's probably logged in thousands and thousands of hours of Words with Friends. It's unbelievable.
No risk of her switching to Fortnite.
No.
We did. we did ask our audience, how often they played, and a good 30% of them have played for over 10 years. So
Wow.
these are committed. This is committed.
That
to
makes
this.
sense.
God.
That's
it's,
amazing.
it's basically like my mom, Brian Toll.
Yeah.
That's the audience.
Funny how Brian Toll and your mom have so much in common. That's amazing.
My mom might be healthier.
Good point.
Less
Definitely.
back problems for sure.
Amazing.
Good stuff.
Well, thank you for joining us and telling that. It's super interesting. Congrats on your success. And, maybe we'll meet up in Bangalore one day.
Or in solitaire.
Or Los Angeles.
I'm just,
Yeah, New York, maybe?
Sounds more exciting.
Go to New York?
Yeah.
Anywhere but all the way to India.
Bangalore sounds good. I'm due for a visit. Let's do that. Let's meet there.
Yeah. Thank you for
Good
joining
stuff.
us.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Okay. Good stuff. Do we got any shout outs? What's Satoshi up to?
I got a shout out. I got a shout out from Tristano. And
Sounds like a new coin.
yeah. Pete's already Googled it, looking for where to buy it. What platform?
What's it on?
So he's giving a shout out to group chat, and he listens to a lot of my Detour podcast. He said he's gotten a lot of advice from us, and the reason why he wanted to give a shout out was he's been in a lawsuit the last 12 months with his old landlord where he froze a third of his salary. But today I got the verdict and I won the motherfucking lawsuit.
Woo!
So congrats, Tristano. And he's out in the Dutch Caribbean islands of Curacao.
What are the taxes over there?
Probably zero.
Probably zero.
All the islands.
Yeah. Islands are smart about the zero taxes.
Yeah.
It's called tax tourism.
I love it.
Well, good for him.
Yeah,
I
good
will
for
say
him.
when Freddie Gibbs lost Rap Album of the Year to Nas, his announcement was, I lost today, but I'm undefeated in court. So if I was this guy, I would be
Similar to that.
reposting that
Yeah.
today. Just some content ideas for you. Okay, what else?
Satosh?
We got
Oh,
our
yeah.
boy Satosh.
Yeah, we got actually today's shout out is from Dyrdek Ferguson.
Oh, wow. Football player.
It said, hello, friends. Hope you're having a nice day so far. Just finished the episode and am pleasantly surprised by how Tim stood up for his girl AOC. He even took a shot at her boyfriend. That's the kind of toxic masculinity we need from you, Timothy. Standing up for your girl the way I stand up for Meghan Markle. Speaking of Meghan, I was listening to the All In podcast. If Anand has beef with Chamath, then I have beef with Rain Man David Sachs. No Meghan slander of any kind will be tolerated.
Yeah.
My very first moniker was Harry Sack, and that was a joke. This man's last name is literally Sachs. Anand and his crew should release a rival pod titled Ball In, where he talks about his financial wisdom. I've been pushing for Anand to start his own financial pod, but I think he wants to keep the wisdom to himself. Mm-hmm. Stop being stingy, Anand. This man watched Slumdog Millionaire and laughed. He is the Slumdog Billionaire. That's a sequel I'm willing to see. Get your homie Frida to sign on for the sequel so she doesn't get robbed of any more Oscars.
This guy's good.
That's pretty much it. Before I head out, I had a shout out request from Carlos Carrera for his kids, Cassius and Cade. Pete had missed so many shout outs that they're coming to me now.
That's unbelievable.
Oh my
That is
God.
good.
Satoshi really is the next member of the pod.
Yeah, he is. He is.
It's interesting.
He literally, sorry, go
ahead.
I followed him in the middle of the last episode and he just DM'd me and said, welcome. What were you going to say?
No, it's an interesting name choice, Dyrdek Ferguson. That means he's older. That's not a young football player.
We're getting so many hints.
Is he a retired football player?
Yeah, probably now.
Yeah, he can't be playing.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, there we go. That's it. That's it, team. We'll get our next shout outs through Satoshi next week. So sorry if we missed you. Maybe hit up Satoshi from group chat, and he'll get you taken care of. That is it. Everyone have a great. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Okay, we'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.